Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Connecticut at your service. This is a show that features everyday people doing amazing things here in the state of Connecticut. So I have the pleasure of introducing today Lauren Coakley Vincent, who is the president and CEO of Downtown Special Services District. And we were talking earlier, and I realized that I've known her for like 5 years and didn't know just all the exceptional things that you do, that you are, and how you serve the community. Downtown Special Services Districts, their whole mission is about making our city of Bridgeport, right here, where we hang our hat and hang our hearts, a destination. So I would love to hear, Lauren, kind of what brought you to Bridgeport, because you used to be in New York. How did we get you?
Yeah, thank you. Well, hello to everyone and all the fans of fabulous Carmen Nieves. I count myself top of that list.
Thank you.
Your question about how did I get here, I grew up in the area, and like many people during college, moved away, but always, thought about going home, coming home, and ended up in New York City for 10 years, and I don't know how that even happened, just, the years go by, right? And I ended up working with the type of organization that I work for now, just in New York, and kind of gathered a lot of knowledge and experience with those groups in New York, and thought I'd bring that knowledge home and see what wonderful work could be done in Bridgeport to celebrate all of the wonderful talent we have here, the creative people, places, and spaces. And I've been fortunate to get to do all that. So yeah, that's how I got here.
I thought it was exciting because when I was reading some information about you, it said that you were with the police department. So I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
She's always been into safety. She's always been into what makes this city great. And it realized that the police department had divisions that especially did this type of work. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so my agency was called, or is called, still exists, New York City Small Business Services, and we worked very closely in collaboration with public safety organizations like the police department. We were, technically another local government group, but yeah, we were focused on, and I should say, we worked together frequently around compliance. There's a lot of heavy regulation in New York City, all for the benefit of the consumer, but can be tough on the businesses sometimes. So we would help make sure that the how to operate clearly was clearly communicated, and so people knew what they were supposed to do. But yeah, it was a great experience. I got to work with a ton of community-based organizations of all types, DSSD being one type, and all to the benefit of small businesses, helping them to start up in some cases, to operate more effectively, and then grow, ideally. Grow and employ in New York more New Yorkers, and in Bridgeport, hopefully more Bridgeport residents. So.
And I think that that's amazing, because I think that what our city needs more of is people that help connect, and that's what you do.
Yeah.
You help connect businesses with how do they engage with their community, how do they do projects where people want to come downtown.
Yeah.
I think the most notable we were talking a little bit about earlier is those colorful steps that you see, like everybody takes a picture in front of that.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where you are, the second you see those stairs, you know exactly what part of Bridgeport you're at.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit. So you work on things like safety, you help small business development, and then how do you make it colorful?
Yes, so what's really special about Bridgeport is we have so many creatives, whether they're fine artists, performing, musicians, actors, so many different types of creative video production. And we also have up and coming entrepreneurs who are really looking to make their mark in the world. So what we've been able to, like you said, connector, facilitator, put those people together. So like Liz Scolace is an incredible local artist. She came up with the design and rallied local volunteers around painting the steps, which are now a destination. People take their wedding photos on the Broad Street steps, and even birthday parties we were talking about. People have birthday parties out there. And it's been such a benefit for the surrounding businesses because people know that destination, that public art spot, and go check out City Lights Gallery or Avicella or the Bijou Theater, or even head over to Fairfield Avenue for collab exchange or fun child buffet. So we are looking to do more and more and more of that. It's a very successful model, and it's a great way because we have so many artists living and working in Bridgeport to kind of share the economic benefit around. So we believe very strongly in supporting local artists to grow the community together. So we're trying to do more and more public art projects that feature Bridgeport-based artists. We have a number of murals that we've helped to bring to life, and we have a bunch more in the pipeline, so we're really excited about that. And you see the activity coming back in the downtown coming to life. We have some fabulous entrepreneurs who are creatives in their own way, who are opening businesses that really draw in people to the neighborhood who have never been there or haven't been there for a long time. So it's becoming more vibrant, and we're becoming more. We used to be several years ago more of a 9-to-5 kind of like office worker type place, and because you still are, we all are, those folks. And now there's an additional set of businesses, cultural and entertainment destinations that are adding more hours to that day. From we're alive from 8 to 12. There's the Comedy Club, Grill 2, Brick and Barrel, Rum and Tequila Fusion. Miss Thelma's is a downtown institution which has kind of had a new phase of life. Metric Bar and Grill, and the Bijou Theater and the Downtown Cabaret Theater, which are two downtown anchors that are really with new operators kind of doing a lot of exciting things. So and I should also mention we have the Hartford Healthcare Amphitheater is just down the street, and that's brought a lot of new attention to the downtown as well, which is really exciting.
And we want to continue, and I think that I forgot already the number of blocks that you said.
Oh, 35.
35.
Yeah.
And I remember we were doing some work together to try and figure out how we support the businesses downtown. And I think you had said something that there were like over in those 35 blocks, like over 100 front-facing first floor businesses that are all opportunities for people to walk by. I don't know, what's the name of that restaurant that has that looks like they have the little pineapple-looking igloo things in the front?
That's Grill 2. Yeah.
I was like, every time I go by there, my daughter was there just the other day.
Yes.
So it's those kind of things that end up being catching to the eye and be like, oh, I want to go there. I want to check it out. And because the train, the buses, and all are downtown, it really makes it easy. Yeah. So tell me a little bit more of the business support services that your members get, because this is exclusively for Bridgeport downtown, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're the kind of organization we are very focused on the geography of downtown Bridgeport, and there's no extra fee to be part of the DSSD. If you're located downtown, you automatically get the service. The way that we're funded, the way that we have our resources come in is the downtown property owners pay a little extra on their property tax bill that gets directly reinvested into the neighborhood, into the services that we provide. So it's kind of already baked into your rent if you're downtown that you get the benefit of the services. So that's where we really look to make sure that we're consistent and delivering a high quality street cleaning service, because a clean environment is an attractive environment. And it also, I think, making the neighborhood look nice contributes to the sense of safety as well. Looks like somebody cares and is paying attention. So we also
and I see your crew every day. They're called ambassadors, right?
Yes,
I thought that's a great name for people being downtown, being a stakeholder, a person that's invested.
Yes.
I will tell you, because we use downtown to be able to market our material.
Yeah.
And I remember you were like, well, you can't put posters.
Yes.
That's a great kind of thing to mention to people that may not know the rules around that.
And we always try stickers and posters that you stick on the light poles and stuff. If we know who's putting them up, we try to let them know that our team is just going to take them down, because we don't want people to waste their time or their money putting it up. But that's just a sort of a city ordinance to keep the.
So it's not you.
It's not me. I'm just enforcing.
It's not DSSD.
Yeah, we're just enforcing the rules, I guess, in that way.
But I think that I appreciate you saying that, so that the business owner doesn't feel like they're just taking my stuff down and they're not, because they pay for that. They have to pay for all that marketing and all those kind of materials.
And we do have a number of cultural cultural destinations like BPT Creates that host different events and activities on a daily basis, and you'll see people putting up flyers to promote that, which is wonderful. It's just like, if it's in the downtown, an ambassador is likely to grab it off. So we got to figure out other ways to get the word out about what's going on.
And I think that because what is not your board, but there's another group of, what do we call them?
The Board of Commissioners?
Your commissioners,
yes,
right?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
So I think that that's really kind of important because you meet with, so these are they just elected? Are they? Yes.
And so the board are all property owners downtown. And they're elected each year at the annual meeting. We have usually 3 commissioners up for election, and anyone who owns property in downtown could be on our board if they would like to. And you asked me a question about business support services. So in addition to the clean and the safe, we also on colorfulbridgeport.com promote the downtown businesses, the cultural institutions, events and activities are on there. And the commissioners all kind of decide how do we do that programming? How do we invest in different marketing platforms and things like that? So they set the direction.
You guys meet regularly.
We do, monthly.
Because I remember one of the meetings I came to, and you had the police department that came and talked about issues that were of concerns to the business owners of downtown.
Yes.
So I think that that's great. I looked at your website, and I know that you keep the meetings posted.
Yes.
So anybody that's downtown, they could just log on to your website and get different information.
Yes.
So a little while ago, you were mentioning about kind of like call for artists and what you're doing to make Bridgeport, more colorful and have people come. Tell me a little bit about that and how do the amazing artists we have in our city get engaged. And don't forget to tell me about the different avenues of art that are eligible.
Yeah, great, thank you. So we have a number of public art projects out in the world right now, and as I said, we really strongly believe in investing in our local creatives. So, we love Stratford and Milford too. We would love to see representation from Bridgeport artists in all the projects that we're doing. Right now, we're about to release soon a call for artists to activate or bring more activity to some of our public spaces. We just wrapped up a call for artists for more traditional murals, paintings on walls and things. And the next one will be around events, activities, video, furniture, games, whatever you could think to do to make people feel welcome and invited to our public spaces like McClevey Green, which a lot of people know. That's actually where we hold our farmers market each year from July to October. Baldwin Plaza, which is the green space right behind Main Street, right behind the Fairfield County Courthouse. There's a new, downtown's newest public space called Post Office Square right in front of the post office, which is why it's called Post Office Square. Yeah,
I didn't even know that. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, and so we're hoping to see people share their ideas of what would make them want to come to that space, and then there will be some funding to make those ideas happen. So we'd love amazing. Our residents to come out and propose some ideas.
And we were talking about, so if you haven't had the opportunity to look on the website, colorfulbridgeport.com, you have to see, because you'll see who some of the artists are. You're going to see business resources, everything from funding to chambers and that's what I was mentioning to you, that's where I send people to that really want information to kind of see how they might want to do business, and you connect them with all of that. And the great thing was that how do we engage local artists, and even though they may not have led the project, they can partner with somebody and help out and volunteer and things like that, which I think is great.
And we also, so there's a few opportunities for that already planned out, and then hopefully we have more and more as the future mural sites become more defined. But 2 that are coming up soon are the Peacock Alley, which is an area behind the Arcade Mall, off of Broad Street, for people who are familiar with the Arcade Mall, that it has some painted squares on the ground. We repaint that every year.
I love that.
And we always need help, so anyone who wants to come out. And then also the famous Broad Street steps that we talked about. Those need a little retouch, a little love. So we're planning to get those repainted under the supervision of the artist.
So I want to make sure that folks know that this is a live show. We come on every Tuesday at 6:30, and I want to make sure that if you guys have some questions for Lauren and about what DSSD does and Colorful Bridgeport, make sure that you're calling in at 203-345-0103 before the show's over, because I think this is amazing resource that we're doing in our community, and that we have right here that was from here, left, and came back here to serve our community. So let's make sure. And I have to say, I have always been able to reach you by phone.
Yes.
I have always been able to ask your question.
Yeah.
I've been invited to your meetings to meet with your commissioners and things like that. And that's really kind of exciting. So kind of what's next for Colorful Bridgeport and you?
And
what's next for you?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of ways to get involved with us. So that's what's next. We want more people to get involved in what we're doing. So hopefully the best way is to come downtown and enjoy a restaurant, an experience at a cultural venue, do some shopping. We have a lot of new businesses downtown that, we have a section of our website called business listings, so please check that out and see what maybe you haven't heard of that's downtown. And we also have some long-time anchors like Jimmy's. Hip Hop is a place where all the most recent fashions that I'm always surprised to know more about are in the window. So there's always something great to tap into. And other ways that people can get involved, the public art projects, like submit your idea. Even if we don't have a currently open call for artists, we're always open to ideas. So if you go to colorfulbridgeport.com or call us at 203-908-3622, we'd love to hear your ideas and see if there's an opportunity for partnership. I'll give an example of that. Two of my favorite local creatives, Brandon Smith and Gary Judkins, and also Daniel Rosenios, they're kind of a crew, came to us with a couple of different ideas of, hey, we want to profile businesses in our own way, but really feature downtown businesses in photography and video. What do you think? And their ideas are brilliant, and so we were like, yeah, let's do it. So it can be as simple as that. It can be as formal as a call for artists. It can be as fun as just go downtown and have a good time. And then we also have committees, if people really want to get involved, come to a board meeting or get involved with our special events and marketing committee. If you like plants and planting and beautification, we have a whole committee for that. We're calling that group the Colorful Crew. If you want to be a member of the Colorful Crew, come on out. And then we do have a team that focuses on public safety. So, downtown Bridgeport is extremely safe. I mean, I walk by myself to the parking lot at night all the time. And it's a community that looks out for each other. I think, I always run into people that I know all on the street all the time. And, so it's a very safe place, but there are things like, any city would have that go on. And so we do have a team that focuses on public safety and how to make the downtown even more warm and welcoming.
And I think that's great. And we can't remember to log on to Colorful Bridgeport to get information about what they're doing. Tell me, that's right, it's right here. It's right there. Tell me, you said that there's a farmer's market and events that happen.
Yes.
Is there anything that's coming up that you guys do every year that we should look out for?
Yes, thank you. So we do have the farmer's market coming up starting July 7th, and we go through the end of October. We're there on Thursdays. There are farmer's markets all around Bridgeport. So if downtown's not convenient, there are 8 other markets that people can check out. There's a website called Bridgeport Farmers Market Collaborative. There you go. So Bridgeport Farmers Market Collaborative has all 9 markets. And one thing that we try to do to make fresh, organic, locally grown produce more accessible is that we accept all different types of payments. So SNAP, EBT, senior checks, WIC, and we double all of that. So you get a 2-for-1, two for one. Your dollar goes further if you're at a Bridgeport farmers market.
So no excuses.
No excuses.
No excuses not to come down and
That's
shop.
Right.
And I've seen that on top of the farmers market, you have where I've seen like other like jewelry vendor, clothes vendor, stuff like that. So I want you to hold on to that because I don't want to miss out on the call.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to Connecticut at your service. Do you have a question for Miss Lauren?
I do. I'd like to know what they're doing to make downtown Bridgeport a destination.
Thank you for your question. So we're doing a number of things toward that end. We're really elevating the downtown businesses and cultural institutions that make it a great place. So we're raising visibility for those fabulous places that you can dine, shop, and enjoy a night out. And we're investing heavily in public art to make the place beautiful and attractive to visitors, to residents, to people who want to check out a new interesting space. And then we also are really focusing on our beautification efforts. We've just finished planting a ton of plants in ground planters and different areas around the downtown to add some color and add to the sustainability of the neighborhood as well. So that a couple of ways there.
Wow, so you're not busy at all.
No.
You know, you're just like laying around and just supporting the over 100 businesses downtown, working with your commissioners, helping, you know, to protect the interests of the people that visit downtown, work downtown, live downtown, because now there's more people.
Yes.
So, caller, I get all excited. Do you have another question for Lauren?
How would I get involved with DSS?
Yeah, thank you for that question. We just talk about a few different ways to do that. But I would say the best way is to reach out. Check us out on the website. All of our kind of committees and ways to get engaged are listed there. And reach out with any ideas that you might have to take place in downtown Bridgeport. Something that you'd like to see happen. We're open for ideas. We'd love to have them.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, and have a great day. So before the caller, we were talking about the different things that you're doing downtown on top of the farmers market and how people have like vendors there where they might be selling clothes. How does somebody participate in that? Is there like an application? Do you
That's a great question.
them?
Yeah, we're sort of open to whoever wants to participate. Whether, if you're a food vendor, there are some technical pieces that you need, like a ServSafe certification. But if you're a permits, yes. If you want to, if you're a clothing vendor, or if you have, if you provide a service, if you want to share information, we're very open to your participation. So you could just reach out. Again, contact info is on the website. But there's other events throughout the year that if our farmers market isn't the right day for you, or if it's not the right fit for your product, there are a number of other activities in the Arcade Mall, for example. There's 2 different but complementary vendor fairs, Artcade, and then also Art and Soul that are going on. So, I can share information about those. And typically at the end of the year, we do something called Small Business Saturday, which many places around the country,
Yes.
So we do a big push around that, and we do a vendor fair toward the end of November, early December, usually in collaboration with the City of Bridgeport's holiday tree lighting. So there's a ton. If you're a vendor and you're looking for a space and an opportunity, there's a ton of resources, and happy to share all the options.
And I think I saw on your website that if you're a downtown business, you'll list their event for free, right, on your website?
Yes.
Yeah, so I say, Lauren, you're just a natural connector. You have a great smile. You're definitely somebody that's easily engaged to help out our community. So,
Thank you.
So please don't stop being creative. Don't stop kind of like looking at that. I just want to make sure that our viewers just kind of understand. Because I saw on your website that for the farmers, is it just if you're going to sell food, they have to apply with you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's a couple of certifications. We can only take people who at our farmers market who grow locally and local produce. So, for example, if you have a wholesaler that'll give you a box of bananas, unfortunately we can't. You can't be a vendor at our farmers market. But if you there are a number of local farms. Blissful Awakenings, Reservoir Community Farm, Park City Harvest that create lovely products.
You like know everybody. You've been like name dropping like the whole show.
I will drop a name.
I love it.
I will drop
love
a name.
it.
Yes.
I hope they watch and see how much love you were giving them.
I shout out my good folks all the time. Mario and Khadija at Blissful Awakenings are fabulous, fabulous. And if you ever had Khadija's cookies, let me tell you what, it'll make your day. So they'll be at our farmers market on Thursdays. But yeah, there's like, if you grow locally and have local products, you're an easy fit for us. But there are some things like a Serve Safe certification through the health department, and some other pieces that need to be in place. Again, if you have information, if you provide a service, super easy. And if you are selling, products or clothing or something, also really easy to plug you right in. So yeah.
But they would have to register with your organization,
Yes.
and then they would go through the city because in order to be able to sell, you have to have a permit.
We actually help shortcut
You
that.
do? Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
okay.
So we try to make it as profitable as possible. I'll say as profitable as possible to participate in our farmers market. So we actually cover the vendor fees. You have to have all the certifications and the business insurance and you need to have yourself buttoned up, but we'll cover the cost of the vendor fees and things for you so that you can, make it as profitable as an experience to be a vendor at our farmers market.
So other than farmers market,
Yes.
you would help them to cover the fee for them to participate downtown?
Yes.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I tell you what, they done not messed up because we just let out the best kept downtown secret, okay? That there's resources and there's somebody ready to help you, to give you some information. So, as we're wrapping up the show, we just have a few minutes, and I know we've talked about so many things, but what is your personal vision of how you see our amazing city developing?
Yeah, well, I have to say, it's because of people like you. It's because of the amazing other connectors and facilitators and hype ladies, that we have here, that when I first came back home, I was like, what am I going to find when I get back here? I don't know. And I have been so happily surprised that everywhere I turn, there are incredible people like you that are just getting the word out and having that inspired enthusiasm around, what a great place Bridgeport is, downtown and all the other neighborhoods, of course.
That tie in.
That come through our, our heart-shaped, our central core. As you said, you
that.
hang your heart.
Our heart-shaped. We got to say that again.
Yeah,
our heart-shaped
downtown.
Absolutely.
Where you hang your heart, which
That's
I love
right.
that you said
and
that.
our hats, right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what we call home.
Exactly.
Gotta take care of it.
Yeah, so I think, what the vision is really led by all of the creative minds and the enthusiastic supporters that want to show up and get some stuff done, and really put energy back into our city. So I just listen and try to make it possible for projects to move forward where I can. And it's been great so far, and we see really wonderful results from that. If you go on our website or also our social media, you'll see some incredible content there that is made 100% by people from Bridgeport about their city that they love, And
showcasing their work.
Absolutely.
Really collaborating, trying to figure out. So you mentioned really quickly, mentioned some projects that are coming. Well, so two things. One, remind us now that we have just a couple minutes of what is, for the people that might have tuned in a little bit late, what is the purpose of, Colorful Bridgeport?
Yeah. Yes. Colorful Bridgeport actually is originally, one of the original ideas was inspired by the Broad Street Steps, because if you look at that design from a certain distance away, you see it's the DNA double helix. So it's the idea that we're all the same on the inside, but all of the beautiful colors, we look different on the outside. And so bringing that all together, Colorful Bridgeport is really about Bridgeport is the thing that ties us all together, but let's celebrate the beauty of everyone that's in the city and all that they're doing. So that's what it's a way to share what's great and what we love, and also get excitement for our downtown.
So I love that we're ending on celebrating Bridgeport, helping small businesses, and making sure that our city thrives and that it becomes a destination for people to want to come to, that want to live here and want to work here.
Yes.
Lauren, thank you so much for being a guest today.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll keep supporting efforts like yours.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.